ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Namaskar, my dear friends. In this video, I am starting Adi Shankaracharya's very famous Granth Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam Dvadas Manjarika. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam Moodmate संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहीं नहीं रखती डुकरण करने. Worship Govinda, worship Govinda, worship Govinda, foolish one. Rules of grammar profit nothing once the hour of death draws near. Second stanza. Mood jahihi dhanagam trishnam kuru sadbuddhim mansi vitrishnam yal bhashay niz karmo shaptam vittanten vinadoya chittam. This is the first stanza of Bhaj Govindam. Renounce, O fool, your ceaseless thirst for hoarding gold and precious gems. Content yourself with what may come through deeds performed in earlier lives. Devote your mind to righteousness and let dispassion be your law. So, Adi Shankaracharya teaches the people that leave the greediness for earning more and more money and follow the path of righteousness and follow the path of dispassion. That means move towards God and move away from the worldly assets. These assets will not be available to go along with you after your death. Only your good deeds will accompany you. So this is a very, very important instruction by Adi Shankaracharya ji. Second stanza. Nari satan bharna bhidesam drishtva maga mohavesham etant masam vasade vikaram mansi vichante varvaram. So this is a sort of poetic stanzas. Lust at the sight of a woman's body springs from ignorance, springs from error. Inwardly reason over and over, bodies are flesh and blood and fat. Adi Shankaracharya tells the people that just seeing the body of a woman should not be the cause of arising thoughts of lust. This body is made of flesh and blood, and do not just be lusty. Forget about your lust. Stanza number 3. Nalini dalgat jal mati tarlam tadvijivit mati se chaplam vidhi vyadhe bhiman grastam lokam sokahatam cha smastam. Uncertain is the life of man, as raindrops on a lotus leaf. The whole of humankind is prey to grief and ego and disease. The life of a human being is destroyed by every now and then the state of sorrow and his ego and various diseases he is affected by, he suffered for. And life is temporary, it is uncertain when the death may come. So you have to choose the path of righteousness. Stanza number 4. यावदीप्तोपार्जन शक्तः स्थावन्निजं परिवारो रक्तः पश्चाजीवति जर्जर देहे वार्तां को अपि न पश्यति गेहे. While a man supports his family, see what loving care they show. But when his aging body falters, nearing the time of dissolution, none, not even his nearest kin, will think to ask him how he fares. When the person is in the prime state of health, he earns money and takes care of his children and all. But when he becomes old, nobody cares for his needs. So this is what is happening in the world. So we must take the path of righteousness and remember God. Stanza number 5. Yavat pavano nivsti dehe tavat pritchati kuslam gehe गतवती वायो देहा पाए भार्या विंबति तस्मिन् काये. While man's soul remains in his body, fondly his family wish him well, but when the life breath leaves its dwelling, even his wife will flee in fear. So, the man, when he is living, when he is in his good health, his family wishes him all well always. But when he dies, his dead body is not liked even by the wife. Everybody is afraid of the dead body. The dead body of the person who was loved when he was in good health, but after death, his dead body is because of fear for his dear ones. So we should be careful and choose the path of righteousness. Stanza number 6. Arthe manarthe bhave nityam nasti tatah sukles satyam putradapi dhan bhajam vidhi sarvtresa vihitariti. Remember, riches bring in grief. Truly, no joy abiding in them. A rich man even fears his son. This is the position everywhere. So the wealth is not the cause of happiness, because always he is under the fear. Even he is afraid of his own sons, that they may take his wealth from him. Stanza number 7. Bal stavat krida sakta satruna satavat truni sakta vird stave chinta sakta pre brahmani ko apine sakta. Lost in play is the carefree stripling, lost in his sweetheart's charm, the youth. The old man broods upon his sorrows, none there is, alas, whose spirit yearns to be lost in the Parabrahman. So, when the man is in his prime health, he is liked by everybody, but when in the old age he is suffering, he is not at all liked by anyone. Stanza number 8. Kate kanta kaste putraha sansaro ye matig vichitraha kassetvam va kut ayat Sattvam, Sattvam Chinte Tadihi Bhrataha. Who is your wife and who your children? Strange indeed is this mortal world. Who are you and who is your own? Where is the reason whence you come? Brother, ponder on these things. So he cautions us that who is your wife, who are your children? This world is, this mortal world is very, very strange and wonderful. You do not know who you are and who is your own. Or God is only your own, and where from you have come you do not know. So, my dear friend, be careful, know who you are, and go towards God. Stanza number 9. Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischaltatvam, nischaltatve jivan muktihi. Good association breeds detachment. Detachment leads to freedom from delusion. Undiluted one contacts changeless reality. Contact with reality bestows liberation while alive. This is a very, very important stanza. So, association with holy people brings detachment, vairagya. And vairagya leads one to freedom from all sorts of delusion. And when you are free from delusion, you are going near to the reality. And when you contact the reality, you are going on the path of liberation while you are living. So you becomes Jivan Mukta. Very good stanza. So associate yourself with the holy people. This will cause vairagyam. Vairagya will lead you to your reality. That means towards your Atma. And when you realize your Atma, you are leading the path of liberation even while you are alive. That means you become a Jivan Mukta. Stanza number 10. वैसी गते कह कापनम विकार है शुष्के नीरे कह कासार अक्षिणे वित्ते कह परिवारो ज्ञाते तत्वे कह संसार है Youth being fled, what good is passion? Water gone, what use a lake? Where to be found our friends and kinsmen? Once the money is all exhausted, where is the world when truth is known? So, when you lose your youth, you become old. So, all sorts of passion is of no use, as without water lake becomes useless. So be aware of your reality. Reality is that in this world nobody will take care of you and only God will be your own. None of your relations will stand by you. You will go alone only if you are remembering God. God will help you all the way. माँ क्रोधन जन यौवन गर्वम हरति निमेषात काल है सर्वम माया में मिदुमखिलम हित्वा ब्रह्मपदम त्वम परवेश विदित्वा boast of not of youth or friends or wealth swifter than eyes can wink by time each one of these is stolen away. Abjure the illusion of the world and join yourself to timeless truth. My dear friends, do not boast of your youth, your friends, and your wealth. Time will pass just like winking the eyes. All these things will be lost. So do not be under the illusion of this world and know this truth. Stanza number 12. दिन्यानिन्यो सायं प्रातः शिशिरवसन्तौ पुनरायातः काल क्रीडति गच्छता आयु सदत्पीने मुञ्चते शावायुः. Sunrise and sunset, daylight and darkness, winter and springtime come and go. Even the course of time is playful. Life itself soon ebbs away. But man's vain hope, alas, goes onward, timeless onward evermore. See, everything in the nature is changing. As sunrise is there, then sunset is there, daylight is there, darkness is there, winter is there, springtime is there, and all these things come and go. So the whole life is going day by day. So your hopes are never fulfilled. So take the path of spirituality. द्वादश मंजरीकाभिरेशेषः कथितो वैयाकरणस्य उपदेशो भी विद्या निपुणः श्रीमंसकर भगवच्चरणैः. Through this bouquet of dozen verses was imparted succinctly to a Grammarinian instruction supreme by the all-knowing Shankara, adored as the Bhagavad Pada. So these 12 stanzas were given by Adi Shankaracharya. Iti Sri Shankaracharyopadasti Dvadas Manjriko Stotram Smaptapaha. So this Dvadas Stotram is completed. Charp tap manjarika पदपाद वाच कापे कांता धनगत चिंता वातुल किम तव नास्ति नियंता त्रिजत गति सज्जन संगीत रेका भवती भवारन वतन रे नौका. Dreaming of wife, dreaming of wealth, why do you roam restless as the wind? Is there none to take you in charge? Know then, my friend, in all the three worlds, the company of the good is the only boat that can take you across the samsara sea. Very good stanza. So all your wealth, wife, children, you are just roaming like the things go along with the wind. Nobody will take care of you. My friend, be careful. Only the company of holy people will take you away from the worldly sorrows. This worldly affairs will be passed only by the company of holy people. तोटकाचार्य उवाच जटिलो मुंडीलो चित्केशः काषायाम्बर बहुकृत वेशः पश्यन्नसी न पश्यति मूढ़ो हृदयनिमित्तं बहुकृत वेशः. Many are those whose locks are matted, many whose heads are closely shaved, many who pluck out all their hair, some of them wearing robes of ochre, some of them clad in other colors, all these things for their stomach's sake. Seeing truth revealed before them, still the deluded see it not. My dear friends, your clothing style, your hairstyle, all these will not help you at all. You have to Know the truth and do not be under the delusion. Many people they wear ochre clothes and all and keep their hair matted just to earn some money by begging or just to attract pity from the masses. So this is not going to help you at the end. हस्तमलक उवाच अंगम गलितम पलितम मुंडम दशन विहीनम जातम तुंडम व्यर्धो याति गृहीत्वा दंडम तदपि ने मुंचत्यासा पिंडम. Wonderful, very famous stanza. Feeble has grown the old man's body, toothless his gums and bald his head, but there he goes upon his crutches, clinging firmly to fruitless hope. A man throughout his life hopes for the betterment, but day by day he grows old, his body becomes very weak, his tooths are gone, his hair gone, and the person becomes baldy. But still he is having some hope. So instead of just running after the worldly things, it is better to go towards God. Remember the name of God. That will help. सुबोध उवाच अग्रे वह्नि पृष्ठे भानु रात्रो चुबुका समर्पित जानु करतल भिक्ष शत्रु तलवास सतदपि ने पुंचति आशा पाश है. Seeking for warmth, the penniless beggar closely crouches before his fire or sits with only the sun to warm him. Nightly he lays him down to slumber, curling up to keep out the cold. Hungrily eats his beggar's portion out of the bowl his hands provide him. Takes up his dwelling under a tree, still his heart a helpless prisoner, bound with the chains of empty hope. The person is suffering very badly, but he is having hope, and that hope is never going to be fulfilled. Stanza 5. Vartikakar uvacha kurute ganga sagar gamnam वर्त परिपालन मथवा दानम ज्ञान विहीन सर्वमतेन मुक्तिम भजतेन जन्म स्तेन. Though for the sake of his salvation man may go a pilgrimage to Ganga Sagara, keep his woes and give to the poor, failing the knowledge of the highest, nothing of this assures him freedom even in the span of 100 lives. People go from one pilgrimage to another, like Banaras, like Ganga Sagar, and they try to keep their vows and they give some sort of a charity to the poor. But he is failing the knowledge of the highest, means he is not realizing his self. Nothing of this assures him freedom. Without realizing his real self, he cannot think of freedom. Even if he lives for 100 lives. That means nothing like going to pilgrimage. No, this will not help. Only realize yourself. Realizing the self will help you. You will get liberation. Otherwise, without realizing yourself, you cannot get liberation, you cannot get freedom, even you can live for 100 lives. Nityanand Vacha Sur Mandir Tarumal Nivasah Sayya Bhutal Panjinam Vashah Sarva Prigrah Bhog Tyagah Kashay Sukham Nakroti Viragah. Make of a temple or tree your home, Clothe yourself in the skin of a deer and use the bare earth for your bed, avoiding gifts and sense delights. Could any fail to be content, blessed with dispassion such as this? This is, you can make temple or tree your home. You may wear the skin of a deer, or you can take earth as your bed. You can avoid taking gifts and sense delights, but this will not be sufficient. So this sort of dispassion will not help. You have to realize your real self. Anand Giri Uvac Yogrito va Bhogrito va Sangrato va Sangvihin Yasya Brahmani Ramte Chintam Ramte Chittam Nandati Nandati Nandayeva. Plunge in yoga or in enjoyment, mix with all or stand severely apart. For the heart that it delights ever in Burma, it is bliss, 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 bliss without end. दृढ़ भक्त उवाच भगवत गीता किंचित धीता गंगा जल्लभ कणिका पीता संस्कृत येन मुरारी समर्चा क्रियते तेन येमेन न चर्चा. Let a man but read from the Gita, drink of the Ganges but a drop, worship but once the Lord Almighty, and he will set at rest forever all his fear of the king of death. So, read Gita and drink water of Ganges and worship Lord Almighty. So, this will free you the fear of death. Stanza 9. Nityanath Vach Punarapi Jananam Punarapi Maranam Punarapi Janani Jatre Shanam I Sansare Bahudustare Kalpa Pare Pahi Murare. Birth unceasing, death unceasing, ever to pass through a mother's womb, hard to cross the world's wide ocean, Lord redeem me through thy mercy. So this is the prayer. There are births non-stop, death non-stoppable, and every time passing through the mother's womb, and this world wide ocean cannot be crossed. It is very hard to cross the world's wide ocean. O Lord, please shower your grace upon me and give me liberation. रथ्या करपट विरक्ति कंथ पुण्या पुण्ये विवर्ची पंथ न हमने त्वम नायम लोकः सदतपि किमर्थम क्रियते शोकः. Rags cast off along the highway serve as a garment for the monk, freed from vice and freed from virtue. Onward he wanders in his sight, nor I, nor you, nor the world exist. Why then so give way to sorrow? Stanza 11. Surendra Vacha Kastvam ko ham kut ayat kame janani ko me tat iti pribhavah sarvam saram visvam tyaktva swapan vicharam. Who am I and who are you? What is the place from which I come? Who is my mother, who my sire? Pondering thus, perceive them all as fancies only without substance. Give up the world as an idle dream. So a man wants to know who am I, and he wants to know who you are and where from I have come. Who is my mother, who is my guru, and thinking about all these things, he tries to understand all the fancies of this world without any result. So you have to give up this world as an idle dream. This world is like an idle dream. Medhatitiruvachaha तवीमवि सर्वत्रोको विष्णु व्यर्थम कुप्यसि मय्यसहिष्णु सरोसि मन्नपि पश्चात्मानं सर्वत्र सर्वभेद ज्ञानम. Vishnu alone it is who dwells in you, in me, in everything. Empty of meaning is your wrath, and the impatience you reveal. Seeing yourself in everyone have done with all diversity. Lord Vishnu is dwelling in the heart of everybody. That means he dwells in my heart, your heart, and everything. So, rest all everything is meaningless. Satro mitre putro bandho makru yatnam vigraha sandho bhav samichitah sarvatra tvam vatsya srichira chadvi vishnu tvam. Be not attached to friend or foe, to son or kinsman, peace or war. If you aspire to Vishnu's realm, look upon all things equally. Very good stanza. Do not be attached to your friend or foe, your son or relations, peace or war. If you want to have Vishnu's reality, you want to know the Vishnu's reality, you want to be with Vishnu, so you have to have the sense of equanimity. You have to think everybody equal. So never distinguish between friend and foe, son or kinsman, peace or war. So in every eventuality you have to remain the same. Marti Vansamuvac Kamam Krodham Lobham Moham Yatba Manam Bhave Koham Atam Jnana Vihina Muddha Satte Pasante Narkani Guddha. Give up the curse of lust and wrath. Give up delusion, give up greed. Remember who you really are. Fools are they that are blind to self, cast into hell, they suffer there. So, if a person, you have to leave the lust and wrath, and you have to give up all sorts of delusion, and you have to give up greed, and you must realize who you are. Who are you? Who am I? So inquire through who am I. You undergo the process of self-inquiry and undergo the meditation on who am I. So they are fools who do not realize their self. They suffer and they go to hell. So realize yourself through the self-inquiry. This is the only way of liberation. Sumatirvachaha Geyam Gita Nama Sahasnam Dheyam Sripatirupamadasram Niyam Sabjan Sange Chittam Deyam Deen Janaya Vittam. Every day recite from the Gita, chant the 1,000 names of Vishnu, cherishing him within your heart, take delight to be with the holy, give your riches away to the poor. So, in this stanza, it is instructed that always recite from the Gita and recite 1,000 names of Vishnu Sahasranama, and enjoy within your heart and associate yourself with the company of holy people. So, and give charity to the poor. This will purify your heart and you will be near to God. Suktay kriyate Rama bhogah पश्चाद्वंत शरीरे रोगः यद्यपि लोके मरणं शरणं तदपि न मुचन्ति पापाचरणम्. He who yields to lust for pleasure leaves his frame a prey to disease, yet though death is the final ending, none forswears his sinfulness. So, those who become prey to lust for short-lived pleasure and they become the prey to all sorts of diseases. Their body becomes sick. And you have to remember that the ultimate end is the death. And nobody will take your sins. You have to suffer for your sins. Nobody else will take them away from you. प्राणायाम प्रत्याहारम नित्यानित्य विवेकम विचारम जापे स्मेत समाधि विधानम कुर्ववधानम मददवधानम. Control the self, restrain the breath, sit out the transient from the true, repeat the holy name of God and still the restless mind within. To this the universal rule, apply yourself with heart and soul. Stanza 18. Guru charanamambunj nirbhar bhaktah sansara dachvira bhavah muktah sendriya manas niyam devam drakshasi nij hirdastham devam. Cherish your Guru's lotus feet and free yourself without delay from the enslavement of this world. Curb your senses and your mind and see the Lord within your heart. So, it is instructed that serve your Guru's lotus feet and you can free yourself without any delay. You must control your senses and your mind and you can see the Lord within your heart. Already the Brahma resides in our heart, but due to all ignorance and all sorts of worldly thoughts and all ego, vasanas and all, we are not able to see the Lord who is very much residing in our heart. So we have to purify our mind, we have to purify our mind, we have to weaken the ego and purify the heart, and you are able to have the vision of God. Stanza 19. Mood hai kasne vyakarno dhukrut karna dhyan dhurinah Sri Machankar bhavanti chasa bodhitva asthi das karnah. Thus was a silly grammarian, lost in conning rules, cleansed of his narrow vision and shown the light by Shankara apostles. Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, mood mate, Nam samarnam dane mupayam nehi pasamo bhavtarne. Worship Govinda, worship Govinda, worship Govinda, foolish one. Other than chanting the Lord's sweet names means there is none to cross life's ocean. Iti charpat panjarika stotram smaptam. So my dear friends, this video is completed. Thanks for watching this. This is a very important video. Please share, like and comment and subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot. Namaskar my dear friends. Namaskar.